with us. Arunil and Rucha are also live with us. Let's take a look at this big breaking news coming in. So now we just told you viewers that DGCA has ordered a probe. Meanwhile, what we know is that the Aviation Minister has rushed also to the site. We have Ram Mohan Naidu and also Mr. Mohol. Both will be heading to Pune. They will be traveling to Baramati. They'll be visiting the crash site as well. Center obviously monitoring the situation. Arunil, my colleague, is live with us. Arunil, give us more details on this breaking news coming in.
Well, that is right. Basically, DGCA, which is the main governing body which governs India's aviation industry, has initiated a probe. Ram Mohan Naidu, the Civil Aviation Minister, who also has will be rushing to Pune. From there, he will be traveling around 100 kilometers to Baramati, where the crash took place. Exactly what is the reason for this crash? Baramati, basically, runway is relatively small. Does it have the illuminating lighting mechanism in place? That also needs to be checked. Was there fog on the runway that may have impeded the visibility on the runway? Because we also understand from our sources from the aviation industry that the pilot in command tried to land once. He failed to do that. He made a go around and again tried to land, but wasn't able to do it. Was it because of any technical failure in this chartered aircraft in which Ajit Pawar was?
All right, and obviously a probe is going to happen. Multiple aspects are going to be looked into. We've lost that line with Arunil. I believe Rucha is also live with us. Rucha, if you could take Arunil's thought forward, human error, technical snag, was it weather, was it a systemic negligence? What are the various aspects which are going to be looked into when it comes to the probe into this particular accident?
Well, weather can be one of the reasons why the crash happened, because of the low visibility in terms of the season that Baramati currently has. Fog may be one of the reasons, but we are only speculating. The probe only will tell what actually went wrong and what caused this incident and why the plane crashed. And now we are seeing many of the leaders who are reaching Baramati, from a local farmer from Baramati to Home Minister of India. Everyone is traveling to Baramati. In fact, Sharad Pawar, who is Ajit Pawar's uncle, he just left with wife Pratibha Pawar. In fact, Sharad Pawar was informed about this incident few minutes ago. Till now, he was not aware what has happened. He was taken to the nearest hospital first, and then he was informed. Because of his age and because of the shock that he must have got, considering his health also, he was first taken to hospital and then informed about the incident. And now, after learning this, he and his wife are now on their way to Baramati. In fact, the entire family, Pawar family, is trying to reach Baramati as soon as possible. His wife, Sunetra Pawar, who is also an MP, as well as Supriya Sue, they were in Delhi, including Parth Pawar, the son of Ajit Pawar. They all will also be now traveling to Baramati, and Rohit Pawar, who is the nephew of Ajit Dada, is already at the hospital. And not just the political figures, but in fact, if we talk about the farmers, the local supporters of Ajit Pawar are also reaching the hospital, the medical college that... Yes. Where the entire crew, all of the 6 people who lost their lives were taken. And Ajit Pawar is one of the prominent leaders of Maharashtra. If we talk about how he has good connections with all the party leaders of all ideologies, of all political parties, everyone has only good things, good memories about Ajit Pawar. Because
well, yes, Ajit Pawar, a politician, at least someone who had no permanent foes or permanent friends when it comes to the Maharashtra political landscape. What does this mean when we look at, obviously, this extremely shocking incident politically as well? To discuss that aspect, we have Varun Singh, political analyst, who's joined us live. Nilesh, my colleague, is also live with us. Varun, if I could come to you, sir, how do you view, Ajit Pawar's extremely shocking demise, especially when we speak of the Maharashtra political landscape? What does this mean for the future of the Ajit Pawar NCP faction, the political void it has left in the landscape, the political landscape of Maharashtra? How do you view this extremely shocking incident in that context, sir?
The sudden and untimely death of Ajit Pawar has created a huge void in politics. Without a doubt, it has left NCP right now. The faction that was led by Ajit Pawar as now and often. Only time will tell that who could lead the party, but that is the discussion for tomorrow. Today, when we have to discuss about Ajit Pawar and his legacy that he has left behind, it is huge. He has presented the Maharashtra's budget for 12th time. He was set to present it for the 13th time in February, but now no longer. And he, I think, is one of the longest serving deputy chief minister that any state in the country has seen. Ajit Pawar was a towering leader, and he had connections with almost every politician, every political party. But more than that, he knew what is happening on the ground. He knew how to handle the administration. He knew how to handle the IAS, IPS officers. He knew how to get work done. And he was one of the leaders, very few leaders in Maharashtra who had connection with the ground workers of his party and also worked for ground workers from other parties too. With his demise, obviously NCP today will be rethinking who can lead them. There are speculations of Ajit Pawar's NCP now after he gone, may merging with Sharad Pawar and the things going back to how it was 2-3 years ago. But that would be very difficult because Ajit Pawar's NCP shares power with the NDA. And probably Sharad Pawar and his coterie is not very keen of many in his leadership, many in his party are not very keen of going to the NDA because their vote bank obviously is something that the MVA has been cultivating for a very long time. We would see someone from within his party right now. So it could be a Praful Patel.
We'll have to wait and watch what it means for the electoral arithmetic when it comes to the political landscape of Maharashtra. But do hold on to that thought, sir. Condolences pouring in at the moment, grief and shock, obviously, which has overtaken all of us. We have a reaction which has come from the side of Devendra Fadnavis as well. Let's listen into that, and then I'll go across to my colleague Nilesh.
अतिशय दुःखद घटना घडलेली आहे. अतिशय अनाकलनीय अशा परिस्थितीमध्ये विमान अपघातामध्ये राज्याचे उपमुख्यमंत्री अजितदादा पवार यांचं दुःखद निधन झाल्याची वार्ता सर्वांना मिळाली आणि संपूर्ण महाराष्ट्रामध्ये शोककळा पसरली. खरं म्हणजे श्री अजितदादा पवार महाराष्ट्रातले एक लोकनेते होते आणि महाराष्ट्राच्या कानाकोपऱ्याची माहिती असलेला, महाराष्ट्राच्या प्रश्नांची जाण असलेला अशा प्रकारचा हा नेता होता की ज्यांच्याबद्दल जनसामान्यांमध्ये प्रचंड मोठी आस्था होती. अजितदादा एक अतिशय संघर्षशील अशा प्रकारचं नेतृत्व होतं आणि सर्व परिस्थितीमध्ये न डगमगता पुढे जाणारं अशा प्रकारचं व्यक्तिमत्व होतं. महाराष्ट्राकरता आजचा दिवस हा अतिशय कठीण दिवस आहे.
खरं म्हणजे असं कोणाच्या स्वप्नातही वाटलं नसेल की अजितदादा एवढ्या लवकर आपल्यातून जातील. ही महाराष्ट्रासाठी अतिशय दुःखद आणि दुर्दैवी घटना अजितदादांच्या जाण्याने झालेली आहे. खरं म्हणजे अतिशय परखड स्पष्ट वक्तेपणा आणि प्रशासनावर असलेली त्यांची पकड आपण पाहिलेली आहे. प्रत्येक गोष्टीचा त्यांना बारीक अभ्यास करून बोलण्याची सवय होती.
All right, we have Arunil, Nilesh and Rucha who are all live with us on the broadcast. Nilesh, if I could come to you, we heard obviously condolences pouring in, the messages coming in from the side of the Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister. Take us through what we know, first of all, when it comes to the last moments before the crash. When exactly did the crash happen? What do we know so far? How the crash happened? And also, what we can expect in the coming days. I believe a state mourning has also been announced.
Well, it was David Fadnavis. We have been hearing him. He declared that a 3-day boarding will be taken in place. All the official schedule will now stand cancelled for the next 3 days, and the state has lost a tall leader, a good friend. That is what David Fadnavis was stating in Marathi. He has been stating that all of those aspects is currently being investigated as to what went wrong. But he also highlighted that soon the Pawar family will be reaching out to Baramati. CM and DCM Eknath Shinde and Fadnavis will also be reaching out to Baramati anytime shortly. But yes, the primary question still remains as to what went wrong. Now, what we understand through DGCA officials is that the flight had to make a U-turn. It basically took 2 rounds before going down, before landing, or the attempt to land, which was being currently coming up, that it was an attempt to land. So was there a technical fault? Was there a technical glitch into the flight? Was it an emergency landing that the pilot had to make? So all of those aspects are currently being investigated. What we understand that on board there were 2 females, 1 flight pilot, 1 flight attendant, and 3 other individuals. That is 1 male pilot and Ajit Pawar along with his bodyguard, who is routinely seen with him. So all of those 5 members have been declared dead into the said accident. The DGC officials have confirmed that there were no one left alive onto the board. Now what we understand that the Baramati Bandh has also been called. We are speaking of Baramati, which happens to be the power center of Pawar family members, and which is why the locals there consider Pawar family as a family member of their own, and which is why they are reaching out to the hospital. Not just members from the Pawar family, not just the party workers, but local residents of Baramati are reaching out to the hospital where the mortal remains of all the 5 departed soul has been currently kept. What we understand that senior leaders, that including Amit Shah, is also scheduled to reach Baramati. Now, how will the last ritual will be done? When will that be done? That will be a family call, is what Devin Fadnavis also highlighted. So the family will decide when and what to be done, and that system will follow done, which is why a 3-day mourning has been announced by the state government. No entertainment or any other sort of function will be scheduled for the next 3 days. That was highlighted by Devin Fadnavis. Now, various calls are also being made from NCP faction as well, demanding a thorough investigation of the said airline company as well, because we have been stating that how various official complaints time and again has been coming up of various political leaders wherein their flight had to cancel last moment after technical snag was detected. So was that a technical snag ignored into this particular flight?
Well,
that is one
those aspects obviously are going to be probed, and we know that AIB already is going to be leading that crash probe, and something Arunil was earlier dwelling on, talking about the probe. Arunil, take us through the various aspects which the probe agency, the probe team will now be looking at.
Well, that is right. Basically, firstly, a state mourning has been announced in Maharashtra. Basically, all government offices will be closed until 30th of this month. A flag will also be on half-mast. Now, coming to the investigation as well. Obviously, the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau will be reaching the spot in some time now. Civil Aviation Minister Mr. Naidu will also be he's reaching Pune. From there, he will be traveling by road to Baramati. That's what we understand. The DGCA has also taken note of it and ordered a thorough investigation into this. What exactly transpired, which may have led to this horrific crash, that has been studied now by all the concerned agencies. Basically, it was a chartered aircraft about to land at the Baramati airstrip. The airstrip in itself is relatively small. Was that the reason? Was smog or fog curtailed or it inhibited the visibility of the pilot in command? That is also a point of question over here. There is also basically there was an eyewitness who pointed to the fact that one attempt was made by the pilot to land on the airstrip, but that was unsuccessful. Then go around was made and a second attempt was made, which failed, and the aircraft then crashed into a valley nearby. The kind of the visuals that later on resurfaced with smoke billowing out of the crash site, as well as the the parts of the plane were in an extremely dilapidated condition.
And related